Hi everyone, welcome to Luis Cisneros YouTube channel, and today's polymer clay tutorial is how to make a monster phone holder, part 2. In this video we're gonna start working on our guy, and we're gonna start working on the detail on the feet, just like the toes and the front and the back, and also just start with the basic in the mouth. We're gonna create the color that is gonna be for the inside mouth. We're gonna use 2 packages of fuchsia and 1 of the red. We blend the layers that we added on the front with our tool, and just make sure that there's no lines and unorganized. Even that we're gonna texturize later, just start blending. We're gonna use a little bit of the pink that we created for the inside the mouth and add a little bit of black so we can create more depth. And this is for the donut that is gonna be around the black. Then we cover the entire donut of foil that we created. That's an option. If you wanna create just a donut just made of pure clay without the fold, you can do that. The problem is if it is too thick, you have the risk that it can crack or it can have bubbles, but it's up to you. Like, you can do it both ways. Then I'm gonna create another donut just so I can hold the mouth inside while I work on the outside. So I'm gonna add more depth into the mouth so that way it looks more three-dimensional. So don't worry about this donut foil. This is just to create the exterior mouth. As you will see it, we will not use the inside, just the outside. And create the depth in both sides, on the left side of the mouth and the right side of the mouth. We add more clay to cover the piece that we added, and we blend it with the stylus, and we do exactly the same on the other side. So after finishing the outside, I took the extra fold of the inside, since we're not gonna use it, and I retouched the dark pink donut, so that way there's no trails of or marks of the foil. And then I start working with the pink that I'm gonna put inside the mouth. So as you can see, I'm just creating a rectangle, and I try to shape it at the same as it is inside. So I go as I see that it fits inside, and what I create is the shape by measuring the inside of the mouth, and I go really carefully by measuring inside without touching or contaminating the other colors. I do the same on the top, so I just start by a rectangle, and then I start flattening it until it covers the entire area that I want to. After I measure it, then I put the 2 of them together just to create the inside. I blend it perfectly, and I measure again. I measure it against it really carefully, and then as I really perfectly fits, then I start pressuring down and put it in place. We create another bigger donut that is going to be around the darker pink, and this is just to create more depth in the mouth. Use your tool just to try to blend it in without affecting so much the donut. Then you can texturize the inside of the mouth. So we're gonna start covering the front legs, and we're gonna start creating the base of the front feet. And you can see it is almost the same size as the back feet that we have. So we need to do it in pairs because we have two front legs. And we created two rectangles so that way we can cover all around our feet. Measure it and make sure that it covers all the way around, just on one side and the other rectangle on the other side. Then we apply it and we use our tools just to fit it properly and to reach the places where our fingers can reach. We shape our feet and also we add the base, the circles that we made before, and add more clay just to cover what the foil is showing. We use our tool just to shape, to blend, and to texturize. So now we're gonna create the toes for our front feet, and for these we need two sets of 3 spheres, and they're gonna be 3 different sizes. The biggest one is gonna be for the middle toe, then the second biggest one is gonna be for the inside toes, and then the smallest one is going to be for the outsides. And we're going to create it in a shape of an arc, and in that way we can insert our nails that we're going to create for our feet. So, and use your stylus tool just to exaggerate this shape and to incorporate it into the feet. After you insert it and integrate it, try to exaggerate it at the arc so that way we have a big gap so we can insert the nail. Don't forget to texturize, and you can use a small stylus just to reach in places where the big one cannot. And then we're in the last toe that is going to be on the right foot, and again, don't forget to exaggerate those arcs and the gap so that way when it goes the nail inside you have enough space to insert the nail. Don't forget to texturize and exaggerate the toe shape. Then for the other foot, we're gonna mirror these, and now it's gonna be the big one is in the middle, then the one that is inside, it is the second biggest one, and the one that is small, it is gonna be on the outside. Then to work in our back feet, we're gonna create 2 spheres just to add the heel, and this is going to shape our feet. It's a little bit in like a U shape, so we incorporated right in the bottom of the feet. Again, this is the heel. Try to shape it with your stylus and texturize it, incorporate it without leaving any gap. And you do exactly the same in the other side. Then we're gonna add our toes, and again we create 2 sets of 3 spheres, the same as the ones on the front. The difference is these ones are gonna be a little bit bigger, and because of the position you will be able to see the entire toe. So we shape it a little bit in a shape of a tear, and then we start putting the one in the middle so it's easier to incorporate it with your stylus. I use the middle stylus to start creating texture and also to create the hole where the nail is going to be. Then we add the second toe that is going to be the smallest one, and I pre-shape it with my fingers in a shape of a tear, and with the stylus I start creating the gap and the edge where the nail is going to be. And then after I texturize a little bit, I incorporate it, and I use the stylus just to texturize and to give it a more shape. Then we are the second biggest one, and we do exactly the same. We pre-shape it. We also add the gap that where the nail is going to be, and also the edge of the nail, and we shape it with the stylus, and after texturizing we incorporate it into the feet. Now we're going to mark where our horns are going to be, so we use the needle tool just to draw it and to cut the clay that it is going to be, so then later we can insert our horns. We use the other leftover clay that we had on the other side, so we draw exactly the same shape. So there are 2 circles that they have to be the same size. So we're gonna do the same where the eyes are going to be. I draw really carefully a line in the middle, and then I start drawing the circles where our eye is going to be, really carefully taking out the circle, and I cut it, and then I use that circle to mimic in the other side, just really carefully taking out the clay. I take out the clay also on the bottom and the tail. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this series, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to support this channel, and I really appreciate your comments and likes, and I will see you next Monday with the 3rd video of how to make a monster phone holder.